Hello. How y'all doing? Welcome back to another video. I'm gonna try to be more consistent with my videos. I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna put like a reminder or something every time before I make my cold calls or after I make my cold calls to make a video. I want to be more consistent and maybe start adding more titles rather than the hashtag and the number. But as you can see, I just recently came from the gym. I just ate my oatmeal. I want to start doing more of like a day to day, like just my life, and then a talk with that, but become more structured. I want to see if I can get my friend to edit the videos. I'm not gonna touch the editing at all. That's the goal for all this. I'm not gonna touch it. Um, so I have a friend who wants to do it. So or who likes editing. So might have the little project for him just in general, and we can see how that goes. And if YouTube does well, then he can get most of the earnings or 50-50, whatever it is. Because obviously it'd be me putting out the videos and all that stuff. But whatever it is, it don't matter. But regardless, um, this is what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about what I am gonna start doing, and or what I am doing starting today. So I slept early last night. Thankfully, Isha is at 11:03 or something like. Or no, it's actually I think 10:58 now, something like that. I can't remember, but um, I wanted to sleep at 9 so that I can wake up just early before Fajr and wake up early, then just pray Isha and then pray Fajr. But I'm just gonna try my best to sleep right after Isha. Um, and yeah, so waking up early today, I did that. I didn't wake up on the time that I wanted to, but I did wake up earlier than usual. So I'm happy about that. I got to go work out and get all the harder stuff out the way, and now I can make my cold calling from like my last video of what I said I was gonna start that day. I made that video yesterday, making this video today. So that went well. Just have a few stuff I need to clean up. One of my friends came from Saudi Arabia that I haven't seen in a while, so gonna see him at like 3 or something like that. I don't know what we're gonna do, but yeah, we're just gonna go ahead. But I'm happy with everything going on so far today. I'm trying to slowly start prioritizing myself. Um, I'm gonna try to see when I go out, cause like for right now, my circumstances, like I think I've said this before in other videos. Like I've lived a life where I'm able to ask for something and be able to receive it, like not just anything and everything, but like in general, like I didn't struggle with anything. And then there were times where I was so skinny and starving that I didn't know if I was gonna eat the next day. So like, Alhamdulillah, Allah has put me through all these different stuff. I just feel like for me, I've always had people to fall back on, and I didn't really understand it on how to fall back on myself. That's what I'm trying to learn more and really push myself more and do all the research and all the stuff for myself more. So that is something that I truly want to focus on. And again, it's all about just optimizing me. Like today, I did a new InBody scan, and few I did this one on the 11th, and I had 15.5% body fat, and the new one I have is I think 17.1, which was irritating. So and I think I know 100% know why. I was eating good every day since, except for yesterday. I just had like pizza because my family got it. So I was like, all right, I've been doing good. This one time is fine. But really, it weighs a lot more. It really holds you back. So truly, just focusing on me and prioritizing what I need is gonna be just the consistent main focus. Because life is short, man. Like I really need to focus on me. Like, bro, I don't want to go to school. And every time I think about school, is like we're in mid-July right now. School is not until like a month, about almost 2 months. And I'm like, dang, I need to get clients ASAP because I'm not trying to go back to school and feel like, oh my God, I can't do anything anymore. So the school is really a hindrance. I need something to do in order to be like, all right, I can put this on pause because I'm gonna do so well in this. Um, or I don't know. I need to figure it out. I don't know if I want, like, the whole goal is to finish school, get whatever degree I get in, that I chose to show that like when I have kids, inshallah in the future, that I did it, like I can do, like I did it all, so you can do it all, and you can do whatever it is that you want to do, whether it be fashion, clothes, technology in a business in general, service, product, whatever the heck they want to do, that they can do it. Becoming famous in movie acting, whatever it is that my kids want to do, obviously try to make it as halal as possible, but like, and as they need more towards Islam. But whatever they want to do, they can just succeed in it, right? If it is a day to day job, then that's what they want to do. Then that's what they can do. But that's the whole goal, and it's just like I'm realizing more for me. I am somebody. I think that if you look at a podcast, Modern Wisdom, Chris uh, uh was interviewing Hamza, the what's it called, the robe guy, who was always have the robes, no cuts in his videos, no plastic, all that kind of stuff. And what Chris was saying was, it was more of like a therapy session, and Chris kind of said that in the beginning of his podcast, but it was very much helping Hamza. And and this was like a while ago, like a few months ago, that this podcast came out, I think. But what I gravitated to now, remembering it, is that I really focus on the detail a lot. I really focus on the detail, which got me to slowly think like, dang, I do what Hamza does. Hamza basically in the podcast they figured out that he will learn something and then or figure something out and he'll just do that, and that's the only way to live, and that's the only way, because he'll preach like the only way to get money and success is you have to be disciplined, very quiet to yourself, focused, this thing the other. And then another, like after a few months he's changed, he has a girlfriend, he's like, don't worry about any of that, the life is about having a girl and being with women and this and the other. That's how you get it. Like it's like a complete shift in two different things or three or multiple, and it's like hyper focused, and that's the only way, and that's how it has to be, and point blank period. And then it changes, and I feel like that's with me with everything. When I got closer to Islam, I was like, Islam is the only way, and I became so strict and I became obnoxious with it, and that's not what you're supposed to do with Islam. I've kind of cooled down now, but I still practice and do everything like I was saying, but I do it more for me rather than trying to say this is the one way of life. Islam is the one way of life, of course. That's the way it is. Like it's like in order to live a successful life, one thing I can say is about Islam, but like there's like Islam's the way of life. Islam teaches you discipline, but sometimes I'm like, okay, I only go for just discipline. That's it, and I don't focus on anything else. So that's the main idea of what I'm trying to think or say. Like let's say if it's about I want because I wanted to get married when I was young, like when like young now. I mean, sorry, I'm saying like I'm young, like I'm 50, but like, I want to get married now. That was a thing for a while. I've always wanted to get married since I was like 5 years old. And my mom told me that like I've always talked about kids, having a wife. And I want that now. Like it's with whatever urges, whatever emotional, like all this. Like I want it all. I do. But then I started to realize like again, I kind of go off of other people as well. Like I used to be a very strong people pleaser, and I'm less of that now. But I am also like I'm the person like I like something if someone else likes it, which I don't think is completely wrong. But sometimes it can come off as like, all right, I'm not my own person, and I'm copying somebody, right? So learning to be like again myself and not over go with it, and uh for like the marriage thing, for example, I wanted to do it young, right? Because that's a few of my friends did it, we're doing it, and I've always wanted it. So I'm like, okay, I want it. So I was overly searching for it and this and the other. But obviously I know my limits. Like if I'm gonna talk to somebody and they're not right for me, I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's a hard no, but like I'll still like it's in my mind thinking about it, right? And then and then one of my friends said it, and it got me thinking. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm not gonna get married till like 10 years from now." I'm like, "Dang, that's low key more of me. I want to get married. I want to get married now. Like if I can, and it's the generally like the 100% right person, and Allah's allowing me to, then 100%. But like I'm realizing now, like, bro, I'm not the person I want to be 100%. Like I'm not as lean and I'm not as lean as I want. I'm not as disciplined as I want. And I'm not all these things that I want to be in order to find the person I want to have, then I need to be the person that I expect them to be, if that makes sense. Like there was this one of my friends has this is very well known on YouTube and on other platforms, and he said this, and I saw it earlier, but when he said it, it kind of resonated with me more. It was a video of so basically a triangle, right? And I'll kind of do this, but like let's say it's a triangle, right? Let's say this is the wife you want to have. So let's say this is the tip of the triangle here and here, right? So right here on the side of this tip, this is the woman you want to marry, right? and this is like her level of Islam, her level of deen, her level of person, her level of character, her level of kindness, respectfulness, all that kind of stuff, right? It's right here. But if you're right here or in the middle, you're not where this person is. So you can't expect to have this person with the qualities you have down here. So you need to meet this person here while they're there, if that makes sense. So I feel like the person I want is not there, and the caliber of woman that I see to my day to day is not really what I am looking for. I think I just like the instant gratification that I get, but holding myself is the most thing. So yeah, I feel like today is going to be more of a start of again of becoming the person I want to be, building the traits. But I think I again, like I go hard. If I go hard on something, like what I like about myself is that if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna go 100% hard on it, right? But then when I go hard on 100% on this, and then I go hard on 100% this and this and this and this and this, I just get burnt out, and like I've generally ran through my whole battery, and it's like, and I love all of these things, but I just don't understand how to like in certain areas, like with my family, like I genuinely, or they will tell me, or my mom will like kind of force me to be like, only stop doing all this, just focus on this, just do this, just this. And then I believe this. I don't sometimes I don't apply it, but what I believe is that if because I've seen it work with myself and others, but I believe if you focus just on one thing and you get good at it, you'll be able to tackle another thing because this became so much more easier. Like if I never went to the gym and I never played soccer and I never made cold calls and I try to do all three plus my day to day life, that might be too much. Maybe someone else can handle it, but for me, that for example, it's not really good. I do that, but like maybe it is. I don't know, but that's too much for me right now, right? So maybe let me just focus on uh, um mainly going to the gym and then a little bit of playing soccer and a little bit of making cold calls. Let me just do that, or maybe just only focus on gym. And once I become so good at that, that would become like second nature to me. That now I can make cold calls, and then now after I get really good at that, now I can go play soccer, and that'll be my main focus. I won't have to be worrying about getting better in this, and this, right? Because in general, like as a human, like, but like for me, I play tennis, I play soccer, I do my business stuff, and that entails a lot of stuff. So like cold emailing, code calling, any type of code outreach, really, the marketing, the because that I'm going to do for other people. So it's so many stuff that I'm trying to get better in, but I haven't honed in on one thing. So that's kind of my dilemma right now is just what can I mainly focus on? What are the main, or maybe just go hard on three things. So maybe just go hard on my business, go hard in the gym, and gym includes food, the actual gym, the cardio, and then whatever it is. So yeah, and sometimes for me too, like I put two and two together. So like when I go to the gym, I might not do cardio there, but I might go later in the day to go do cardio, and it could be a sport. But sometimes I'm like, oh, now I want to focus on getting better at this and this, that, the other. So yeah, that's just an understanding that I kind of have and that I'm trying to like learn through. Because there's so many stuff I want to get better at, and there's like I want to get better at myself when it comes to becoming a better listener, to become better at having conversations, to make it more fluid, to be more open, to have a conversation with anybody, and they instantly can feel good energy from me and feel connected with me. And especially like if I want to take it further, I can build it in that person to feel the same thing, not like in a like in a controlling or anything like that. I mean, like let's say if I like somebody I know from school, I'm like he hangs with all guys. I'm like he seems like a good person. Going there to talk with him and just being like if I'm being myself 100% and I'm not trying to force it, and this person don't like me, yeah, that's completely fine. Or especially with the girl too, if I want to get to know her for marriage and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, being 100% me and being the best I can is really the main goal, and I feel like that's everyone's goal, but like more of a priority of like what if you ever see it, you most likely will if whoever watches this. But like for a while, I would for my pictures that I would take for my business stuff, the photographer always kept telling me about my back, my posture. And I never realized it, but like when I looked in the mirror when I go to the gym, like my hands are right here, they're down and in almost. I mean, it kind of looks fine now, but like it's completely different than this and this. Like it's more. Wait, hold on. Let me just like. Yeah, like, it's more simple. Like it more seems a little more confident. It's more out there rather than Like this right here. This right here is just like I think that's better, but it's like you're slouching and you're like this and neck's down, so more of just that confidence, like hey, how you doing, kind of thing. So trying to be my main focus, like or not main focus, but I mean like it's trying to be like you see like that thing right there. That I'm trying to be conscious of this and get better at this and get better. Like there's so many stuff, and it's like what's that? What's the thing that I can do and I did do this too, but I wrote down on my notes all the qualities I want to have as a person, and I need to focus on tackling them more. I feel like I set reminders on my phone, and because I get so many notifications and I put it daily that I just like I didn't trust myself enough to read it because that's what happened. I didn't read it. So of course that means I didn't trust myself enough or I didn't push myself enough to read them every day and every time it came up. So I just kind of look at my reminders and be like, ah, whatever. But sometimes I change that. I put my reminders to be consistently there, but for like stuff I actually need to do rather than just like affirmation stuff. So yeah, I might put all the stuff in maybe one, and then rather than multiple, and then I can just read that maybe like twice a day. Um, and the rest I just are like tasks I need to do. So that might be the case. But alhamdulillah for everything that is going on. I'm in this video now here. Don't want it to be any longer. And yeah, inshallah, within a week or 2 weeks, you will see more progress in my body, in my work, and I want to have better progress in my reading. I kind of stopped reading for a while. I don't know why that really happened, but yeah, it's gonna be a goal of mine. So inshallah, everything goes well. Keep me in you guys' du'a, keep me in your prayers, and I'll do the same. And inshallah, you get that by 100 times more. Yalla, salam alaikum.